Hello everyone. Today, I decided to try a special experience. Build a shelter right under the cliff. Only me and nature. Don't bring too many items with you. I want to see how I can manage. What about in this situation? The first thing is to find a rock wall that is wide and sturdy enough to shelter from the wind and rain. Take a look around and observe the slope, temperature and wind direction. In the end, I've chosen a quite ideal cliff, both discreet and safe. Next, find branches and leaves to build a frame. I'm collecting big branches to make a pillar. Then, pull more dry leaves to make a roof. The job is not easy at all, but each step brings a sense of conquest. Rely on the cliff. I started to build the main frame of the shelter. The logs are buried in the ground to make a pillar. Tie it back with a string. Each drumstick is placed in a row. Form a steep roof leaning against the cliff. Gradually, the shape of the small hut appeared. When the framework is solid, I started to cover the small layers of wood, peel off several layers to resist rain and keep warm better. In the end, I used more soil and stones to fill the gaps. Avoid drafts. Looking at the overall tent, it seems quite stable. I'm cleaning up the inside and making a place to lie down. Under the cliff, there is a hut. The small house combined with the thatched roof creates a shelter, both certain and warm. It feels so safe to think that there's a place to shelter from the rain and wind tonight. After setting up the tent, the next thing is to prepare for dinner. I'm collecting some dry firewood. Make a small fire right in front of the cliff. The flickering fire brings warmth in the midst of nature. I'm taking some food with me. Simply a few pieces of meat and some vegetables. Put the meat in the pan and place it on the hot charcoal. The fragrance fills the entire space. While waiting for the meat to cook, I cooked a little bit of vegetables in a small pot. The scene is very simple, but this might be the best meal. After a long day of work, sitting and eating in nature, listening to the crackling sound of firewood, I think all efforts are worthwhile. I'm just eating and leaning against the rock wall. Enjoy the peace. There's wind blowing outside and the echo of the forest. But inside, the fire still burns and brings warmth. This is the moment. It makes me feel truly connected to nature. And that concludes a day of work and experience. Survival. Set up a tent under the cliff. Make a fire and cook everything by yourself. Have created an unforgettable journey. Thank you everyone for following. Looking forward to seeing you again on our next trips.